Inside Traoré's gold deal with Russia after surviving a coup. He came to power not through ballots, but through bullets. At just 34 years old, Captain Ibrahim Traoré became the world's youngest head of state, not by choice, but by force. Burkina Faso, a nation shaken by terrorism, corruption, and now a quiet alliance taking shape in the shadows of the Kremlin. After surviving an attempted coup, Traoré didn't back down. Instead, he doubled down. And what did he do next? He struck a gold deal. But not just with anyone, he turned to Russia. In a move that could reshape West Africa's future and ignite global tension, Traoré handed over access to the nation's most prized resource. But what's the real cost? And who really benefits from this golden alliance? This is the untold story of survival, power, and profit. Inside Traoré's gold deal with Russia after surviving a coup. Let's unlock the truth. Burkina Faso, a small West African nation, has been making headlines due to its bold leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and his recent moves to reshape the country's future. In April 2025, just days after surviving an alleged coup attempt, Traoré signed a major gold mining deal with Russia's Nordgold company. This decision has sparked debates across Africa and beyond. Is Traoré steering Burkina Faso toward independence and strength, or is he taking a risky path by aligning with Russia? So in this video, we will explore all details of the gold deal, Traoré's leadership, the coup attempt, and what this means for Burkina Faso's future. Who is Ibrahim Traoré? Ibrahim Traoré is a 36-year-old military officer who became Burkina Faso's leader in September 2022 after leading a coup. He ousted Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, who himself had taken power in a coup just 8 months earlier. Traoré, an artillery officer, was frustrated with the government's failure to tackle the growing violence from terrorist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. These groups have caused chaos in Burkina Faso, killing thousands and displacing over 2 million people. Traoré is young, charismatic, and determined to change Burkina Faso. He has won the hearts of many, especially young Africans, by promising to end foreign influence, particularly from France, the country's former colonial power. His anti-Western stance and focus on national pride have made him a symbol of resistance against imperialism. However, his leadership has also faced challenges, including ongoing security issues and accusations of human rights abuses. The coup attempt of April 2025. On April 21, 2025, Burkina Faso's military government announced it had stopped a major plot to overthrow Traoré. The junta claimed the plot was planned by people in neighboring Ivory Coast, a country Traoré has accused of supporting his enemies. Several top army officials were arrested, including Evrard Somda, the former gendarmerie chief of staff. The government called it a serious threat to Traoré's regime. Thousands of Traoré's supporters took to the streets of Ouagadougou, the capital, on April 30, 2025, to show their loyalty. They waved Burkina Faso and Russian flags, chanted slogans like "Long Live Captain Traoré," and criticized Western powers, especially the United States. The rally was also a response to comments by General Michael Langley, the head of U.S. military operations in Africa. Langley had accused Traoré of using Burkina Faso's gold reserves for personal gain, which angered many Burkinabe who see Traoré as a hero fighting for their country's independence. The coup attempt, whether real or exaggerated, strengthened Traoré's image as a leader under attack from foreign and internal enemies. It also set the stage for his next big move, the gold deal with Russia. The gold deal with Nordgold. Just days after the coup attempt, Traoré granted a new gold mining permit to Nordgold, a Russian company. This deal allows Nordgold to operate in Burkina Faso's rich gold fields, which are a key part of the country's economy. Gold is Burkina Faso's main export, and controlling it is central to Traoré's plan to make the country more self-reliant. The deal is part of Traoré's broader strategy to nationalize Burkina Faso's resources. In October 2024, he canceled mining licenses held by foreign companies, saying, "We know how to mine our gold, and I don't understand why we let multinationals do it for us." He created a state-owned mining company, Société de Participation Minière du Burkina, SOPAMIB, to give the government more control over the industry. The Nordgold deal, however, shows that Traoré is open to foreign partnerships as long as they align with his vision. Nordgold is not new to Africa. The company has operated in Burkina Faso before and has a reputation for large-scale gold mining. By choosing Nordgold, Traoré is deepening Burkina Faso's ties with Russia, a country he sees as a reliable partner compared to Western nations like France and the United States. The deal is expected to bring in significant revenue, which Traoré says will be used to improve security and infrastructure. However, details about the contract, such as how profits will be shared, remain unclear. Why Russia? To understand Traoré's pivot to Russia, consider Burkina Faso's history and his policies. A French colony until 1960, France long influenced its politics and economy, which many Burkinabe felt stifled progress. Traoré blames Western exploitation for Africa's struggles. After taking power, he severed ties with France, expelling French troops in 2023 for failing to curb jihadist violence, even accusing them of supporting insurgents. He then welcomed Russian military support, with soldiers arriving in 2023 and advisors in 2024, signaling a shift eastward. Russia, seeking influence in the Sahel, offers weapons and support to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, junta-led nations facing jihadism and poverty, without Western-style conditions like democratic reforms. Traoré sees Russia as respecting Burkina Faso's sovereignty. The Nordgold deal aligns with this, granting Russia resource access while Burkina Faso gains an ally and economic prospects. However, critics warn Traoré may be swapping French influence for Russian, as Russia's African ventures often prioritize its own interests. The bigger picture. Traoré's vision. Traoré's gold deal with Russia aims to transform Burkina Faso by reducing reliance on Western aid and strengthening its economy. Controlling the lucrative gold sector, he funds his government and military to combat jihadist insurgency. His reforms include a state mining corporation, enhanced security, and promoting national pride. Traoré has aligned Burkina Faso with Mali and Niger in the Alliance of Sahel States, formed in 2023 to counter jihadists and Western influence. In 2025, they left ECOWAS, accusing it of serving French interests. Traoré's defiance has made him a hero among many Africans, especially youths, with widespread support on platforms like X. Challenges and risks. Traoré, though widely popular, grapples with formidable challenges in Burkina Faso. A relentless jihadist insurgency dominates over 60% of the nation, with 2024 marking 5 of Africa's deadliest terrorist attacks, underscoring the persistent violence. His strategy of relying on local forces and Russian military support has failed to restore stability. The gold deal with Nordgold, while potentially lucrative, risks enriching Traoré's regime while ordinary Burkinabe, mired in poverty, see minimal benefits. Critics caution that Russia may exploit Burkina Faso's resources, echoing historical foreign exploitation. Human rights groups condemn Traoré's junta for suppressing dissent, abducting journalists, enforcing conscription, and censoring media. This repression obscures his true public support, which some argue is exaggerated, sustained by coercion rather than genuine loyalty. What does this mean for Burkina Faso? Traoré's gold deal with Russia signals Burkina Faso's shift away from Western influence, aiming to bolster economic prospects and solidify his leadership post-coup attempt. However, this alignment risks isolating the nation from Western aid and could exacerbate internal challenges like jihadist violence and military divisions. While supporters view Traoré as a revolutionary, critics warn his policies may deepen Burkina Faso's troubles. The deal's success is critical for his popularity and the country's future, making it a pivotal moment for Burkina Faso and the Sahel region. From dodging bullets to digging for gold, Traoré has rewritten the rules of power in Africa. But with every handshake behind closed doors, the fate of a nation shifts silently in the background. Is Traoré the savior Burkina Faso needed? or a pawn in a global game of influence and extraction? Only time will tell if this gold for power pact strengthens a struggling nation or buries it deeper beneath foreign interests. If you found this story as shocking as we did, hit that like button, subscribe for more untold global truths, and don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Is Traoré a visionary leader or a risky gamble? Keep watching because here the secrets get unlocked.